Mother's Day Surprise by Stephen Krensky, illustrated by Kathy Ember. Violet was a young snake. She liked sliding and slithering and shedding her skin wherever it got old. In her free time, Violet often played with the other animals. She raced the rabbits. She hung next to the bats, and she fooled around with the chipmunks. But as spring was sprung, Violet noticed change in the air. The other animals were suddenly very busy, too busy to play. Violet wondered why everyone was in such a hurry. "What's the rush?" she asked a fox trotting by. "Things to do," he said. Violet could see that. "What things?" she asked, but the fox was already gone. Violet looked around for anyone with a moment to spare. "What's going on?" she asked a skunk digging in the dirt. "We're getting ready for Mother's Day," he explained. "Already?" said Violet. The skunk laughed. "Well, you can't start too soon. It takes time to make the perfect gift." Violet had to admit that was true. But what kind of gift would be perfect for her mother? Violet watched Squirrel sorting through a pile of acorns. He was very picky about it. "Why are you being so fussy?" Violet asked. "They're for my mother," said the squirrel, "and she likes them crunchy." So here Squirrel has extra crunchy, crunchy, and not so crunchy. So he's got 3 piles of acorns for his mom. Next, Violet saw a bear crushing some honeycombs. That looks like sticky work," said Violet. The bear agreed. "But I have to do it right. My mother likes things just so." Then Violet saw a beaver chomping on a fallen tree trunk. "What are you doing?" asked Violet. "Shh," said the beaver. "Don't disturb the artist at work." "Sorry," said Violet. "I can't afford to make any mistakes," the beaver went on. "When I'm done, my mother will love this." So there's Beaver making something out of a log. Violet was glad everyone was working so hard, but that wasn't helping her. What could she do for her own mother? Without arms or legs or teeth, she couldn't make anything like the other animals. Never before had Violet felt it was so hard to be a snake, but she felt that way now. As Mother's Day approached, Violet got sadder and sadder. The other animals were finishing up their gifts, and Violet still hadn't started hers. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair at all. Then Violet had an idea. She practiced and practiced her present in secret. It was tricky business. So here's Violet, and she's practicing and practicing. But slowly she made some progress. On the morning of Mother's Day, all the animals were ready with their presents. Violet was ready too. So here you see Bear has a honey pot. They got presents, they've got berries, the birds have worms for their mom. Violet has something ready. "Happy Mother's Day!" shouted Violet. "Oh my," said her mother. "What a nice surprise. It's perfect, Violet, absolutely perfect." Violet was very happy. Even without arms or legs or teeth, she had shown her mother just how she felt. So there's Violet, and she made a heart. And her mother felt the same way too. Her mother made a heart too. So that was her present for her mom. So our craft today is just a quick little craft. So we're gonna make a snake, and we're gonna use leftover pieces from little plastic Easter eggs that you have maybe laying around the house from Easter last year. And so each egg, most eggs have a little tiny hole at the end, a little air hole. Some of them have 2 holes. It doesn't matter if they're centered or not centered. It's going to make our snake look wiggly. So you'll need a pipe cleaner. And then basically we're just going to feed the little half of the egg onto the pipe cleaner. So feed your pipe cleaner through there. Pull those on. You can make them as loose or as tight as you want, depending how you want your snake to look. I like to keep them nicely spaced out. This one has a little hole that's sort of off-centered. Make your snake look wiggly. Some of the holes are small. That one doesn't want to go through. Let's try a different one. That one's easier. Okay. So that's where we are so far. So add as many as you like. If you have lots, you can make a big long snake. Hard to get my fingers down in there. Okay, so just take your eggshells, space them out nice. I like to leave a little spot at the front for his tongue. And we're going to add 2 little dots of glue for his eyes. So there you go. There's your snake made out of your Easter egg shells.